Hi, I'm Karen Evans, and I am in Mrs. Arsenault's Culinary Arts class. And today, I'm going to show you how to make cheesy black bean dip. That I'm going to make today, and it is from a very good cookbook called Grazing. The author's name is Julie Van Rosendahl. Here are the ingredients that you will need to make the cheesy black bean dip. You need to use a full can of black bean dip, or black beans, canola oil, a small onion, 2 cloves of garlic, some lime juice, 1 large tomato, but we had to substitute it for many small tomatoes, some Monterey Jack cheese, some salsa, some chili powder, some cumin, and I'll be putting in cilantro, which is optional, but I am going to put it in today's recipe. I'm about to wash my hands because you always need to do that before you start cooking, baking, or making any food. Recipe. Need some measuring cups, some measuring spoons as well, a masher, a can opener, garlic crusher, a spatula, knife, and a colander, a juicer, and a large pot. Now I'm opening the can of black beans, so I can drain them in the colander, and then rinse them thoroughly. And after all that's done, I'm gonna put the beans in this dish and mash them. Now that I've drained the can, I need to rinse the beans thoroughly with water before I can mash them up. So now that I drained the black beans and rinsed them in the colander, I've now moved them over to the dish that I'm gonna use to mash them. And when you mash them, you don't want to mash them all the way, but until they're fairly even. And occasionally, you'll need to stop and clear the masher of the black beans that have gone stuck on there, as I just did. So just keep mashing. And scraping. And a little bit more on the sides, and then it should be done with mashing. So the next thing to do for the recipe is cut the small onion, as I'm doing now, and then once that's done, you need to finally chop it. Bring it back together. Okay, so I'm just about finished chopping up the onion. Back into the bowl it started in. So the next thing you need to do in preparation before you put it all together is open up the 2 cloves of garlic by pressing the bottom of the knife to separate them. And if you really want the skin off, you can press it even more after you've split both of the cloves apart. And just peel off all the skin, put it in the masher, like so, and then press it out. And you use a knife to scrape it off. And then once you've done that, you do the same thing. While I'm chopping, I chop these tomatoes in half, and then chop them in half again. The knife I'm using to cut the tomatoes is it's a serrated knife with a wooden handle. I'm about to cut this cilantro, which is a very good herb to use in cooking. So down there, grab some paper towel. Up so it can dry. You can take it out. And use your knife to chop it out. So now that the cilantro's done, I can put it, scoop it up, and put it in this bowl. So before I start putting everything in, I need to put this element with on the medium high. I put the oil into the pan. Now I'm going to put the onion and the garlic in. And I'm going to take a spatula so I get every last bit of onion and garlic out of the bowl. Then just stir it around about 3 minutes. When they're soft, you need to add the beans like this. And there, then there's put the salsa in as well. A half cup of now I need to measure out. I also need to put in the tomatoes. And stir it around a bit. Now, my spice is ready. So, a half tablespoon of cumin. A little bit. When you take it out of the, so then put the cumin in. You use half a teaspoon. Side. Put that up there. And level that when it's in the can. That in there as well. And mix that all together. And the next thing you need to do is get 1 tablespoon of lime juice. So I'm going to use this electric juicer to get that. Done. Then cut the second one, okay, and let's see how much we have. So, tablespoon. This mix has been cooking on the oven for about 5 minutes. So now we need to take it off the heat, and then let it sit as I prepare the last few ingredients. So the last ingredient that I need to put in the mixture is 1 cup of cheese. And here we have Monterey Jack cheese. So I'm going to cut this open seal it. So I have room to grate. Now that I've opened the cheese, I integrate 1 cup. Okay, I've just grated my 1 cup of Monterey Jack cheese. So now I'm gonna put the cheese, the lime juice, and the cilantro into the mix. Here's the lime juice, cilantro, and finally the cheese. And then mix that all together until the cheese melts.
Smells good.
So the cheese is almost done, as you can see. Some chips in to do testes of the. This is the final result of the cheesy black bean dip that I made today. You can have it with any sort of like crunchy kind of stuff, like cucumber with chips or the rice crackers sometimes, and anything you have really. It's really easy to make. It's good for you. And we haven't served it to anyone. We haven't liked it, so here's the final test. That is very good.